Hey everybody, welcome to AFTERBUZZ TV's after show for NBC's series Game of Silence. Tonight we're discussing Season 1, Episode 5, Ghosts of Quitman, and we have a very special guest, actor and stuntman Aiden Stay in the building who plays Dooley, so stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Every week we sway a little bit.
Very predictable. Hard not to. Unlike the show, right?
Exactly.
You know what we're going to do in the opening. We'll switch it up one week, though.
Yeah.
We'll surprise you.
I know, do some like dance beat or something. Have us like all
Just like an remix.
Exactly.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in again to AFTERBUZZ TV's recap show for NBC's Game of Silence. Tonight we're talking episode 5, Ghosts of Quitman. It was another crazy episode.
It wasn't as stressful.
It wasn't as
stressful.
It wasn't as shocking, but we definitely got deep in this one. And of course, we have a special guest. But before we get to him, let's introduce ourselves. I'm your host, Miaira Jennings, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Miaira Jennings.
And hey guys, Leslie Ambriz here. You can find me on Twitter at In Less Than No Time.
Hey everyone, I'm Abby Vega. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at _Abby Vega.
Hey guys, I'm Nikki Preston. You can find me on Facebook and Twitter at Nikki Preston TV and Instagram at Nikki.Preston.
And finally, our special guest in here, bad guy who plays Dooley. Tell the people who you are and what you do.
My name's Aiden Stay. I'm a stuntman and an actor, and I play Dooley on Game of Silence.
Bad guy in the house.
Our favorite bad guy.
And you can find me on Aiden Stay Kauai. And that's
Nice.
Instagram.
Awesome.
There you go.
I'm gonna hit that follow button, yeah. All right, so we'll go ahead and recap the episode in a timely fashion so we can get to our special guest. And let's just dive right in. So we'll start with Marina's situation because it was a bit minuscule. So we'll get it out of the way.
It was drawn out too much.
It was,
I don't know what was going on.
Yeah. It took up a lot of time to have such little substance, but I get that it has some significance, so we'll get into it. So she basically takes on this case with this woman who is very successful. She's, Forbes top 10 women in business. Her name is Diana, I believe. And she is going up against her former employee, I guess, who was fired for who knows what. I mean, we are not sure. Diana's saying it's because she was unproductive, she was buying leads, she was skipping days, and the employee, which I forget her name. Do you guys remember?
No.
We don't even remember. Not important. She's saying it's because she was pregnant and it was personal and she was being discriminated against or whatever. It was a personal issue. Thoughts on this? What did you guys think? Obviously something shady's going on.
Yeah.
We couldn't put our fingers on it, but what do you guys think's going on here?
I feel like it's got to be personal. I don't think it's as obvious as it seems that she's pregnant and was missing work. And Leslie and I, we were kind of
we're
thinking
on the same track here.
I didn't say anything, but then when you said it, like I definitely
Should
think.
we save it for predictions?
I know.
Or should we just go now?
I don't know.
Just go now.
Just
Yeah,
go now,
same.
yeah. Okay, well, I think she's a lesbian. I think
Okay.
she had a little thing going on with that lady. It was, they were kind of, had a little romantic partnership going on. The other lady, it turns out, just kidding, she's going to go end up marrying this guy, have his baby. She's hurt by it. She's not feeling it. And the reason I felt that was because when we first get introduced to Diana, we see her just checking out Marina hard.
See, I didn't take it as a checkout. I took it more of a mean. I don't know.
Me too.
I didn't get the lesbian vibe.
I didn't see. I was just like, oh, okay, this is how it's gonna go down. And I think she's gonna be, and I'll save more for detail for predictions, but I think she's gonna be the wedge that drives Marina and Jackson apart.
Oh,
And
I
she's
can see
gonna
that.
want
I agree with you on that
Marina.
one.
She's gonna want Marina for herself.
I'm just really not caring about Marina, to be honest.
You, from the start,
Yeah,
you
Nikki
were
is-
like,
I'm not into that
I'm a fan
character.
of Marina.
You're a fan of Marina?
No, you're not.
No,
a fan
I'm
of
not.
Marina.
I don't know what it is. To me, I'm just
She
whatever.
rubs you the wrong way.
She doesn't even, it's not even that. I'm just not very interested in anything that's happening with her. There's other people I'm more invested in at this
yeah,
point.
she's a little boring, but you want to see Jackson and Jesse together, so I think that's
That's
why
why she's necessary, but she'll be out in like 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we all have different opinions. I think the lady stole her husband, but that could be wrong.
could be-
It could be.
We don't know,
We'll find
but,
out.
is there anything you can tell us? Probably not.
Like a hint,
a little
Probably not.
hint.
a passive hint.
I know that I don't know, the whole lesbian thing.
Is that
I'm
my
not-
shooting
I'm not-
too far in the
I'm
dark?
not sure about it.
It could be a little.
It could be,
Okay.
but I'm not sure.
No inside scoop on that
Maybe.
one.
No,
That's okay.
I don't think I was on set for the lesbians.
No? Okay.
All right, we'll wait. we'll wait to see what happens with
You know,
that.
you never know. They need diversity in the show.
They got Liz.
Right.
Yeah.
Liz and her, which I didn't realize,
They
but
can always have more, though.
True.
I know, exactly.
Yeah.
Most of Hollywood's gay and lesbian anyways. We gotta look
Oh, no, we're going too far. Too far.
We're reeling it back in. So later on, we see Marina confronts Jackson, and she's pretty upset with him, which I took as kind of a reaction to her time spent with Diana and their conversations about how husbands cannot be supportive.
Yeah.
And Jackson made the comment about Diana looking good for her age instead of commenting on her success, which I totally...
That was weird.
I understood it. So
Yeah.
I get it.
I
That was
understand
really
it, but I
weird.
think she went off, like way off
Well,
the
yeah.
deep end too
I mean, you can tell when a wife's already mad, she's going to take every little thing and go off
That's
about
just
it.
girls
It
in
was just
general.
like, it's probably
yeah,
the
girl,
first
girl,
time
whatever.
Jackson said that, like anything like that. It's like mildly sexist,
Yeah.
and she was like,
Yeah.
no, like
I
I could
feel-
understand if it was in his character all the time, but
Well,
I
so
guess I feel like guys talk that way, though. I don't know. Like, I feel like my mom would say something like that, and my dad would be like, "Oh, well, she looks good for her age." I don't know. I guess I feel like I'm used to being guys, or,
Yeah.
like hearing guys talk like that. I guess.
I was just thrown off why she was so weirded out he took a shower.
yeah.
okay, so
But I think that was were you with Jesse? kind of
yeah,
thing?
that's what I think.
Uh-huh.
I think it's weird too.
Well,
Yeah,
she's
why
gonna,
are you
Like
taking a
washing
shower
off the
so
other
late
ladies.
at night?
yeah.
Where were you? Who were you with?
don't
What
people
were you
usually
doing?
shower sometimes just right before they go to bed? I feel like it's in a morning or a night
I
thing.
think there's probably something that
something
I
with
missed
that.
with like the timing or something
yeah,
that would
maybe.
explain that.
Well, she's gonna see him on the camera anyway.
she
so.
will. So
He said
Jesse.
he went for a run.
Oh yeah, he did, but she'll find out that he didn't.
No, he was really running from those cops.
Technically,
Yeah.
yeah.
So lastly, with that situation, Jesse shows up to the house to talk to Jackson after Marina decides to go back to the office and get some more work done. And it zooms, over to their security cameras, and it's probably foreshadowing that Marina or somebody will find out that Jesse's been meeting with Jackson after hours.
Which is funny because Jackson got the security cameras to
And so-
protect Marina, and now it's being used against him.
Yeah, so
They're getting together, right?
did anyone else want Marina?
Don't look at me.
Looking at you, and you're just like, no, I'm not.
It's coming. I'm waiting. I'm like, come on, guys. We
There's
want
a
to get
lead
that,
up. There
that cheating
definitely
going.
is
Yeah,
a lead up to something.
I feel like they're gonna make us wait, but I think it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
It's worth the
Maybe
wait.
next
You
time.
know, we need it.
It's definitely coming, so
gonna
we'll
keep
see what
us real
happens
then.
with that storyline. But moving on, we had a pretty big chunk of Terry and Detective Liz, and finally being introduced more in depth to Dooley, your character. So we see that Terry wants Detective Liz to get Dooley out of prison in exchange for protection for her little brother, Robbie. So what did you guys think about that and how we were introduced to Dooley? I mean, Liz probably feels like she has no choice but to listen to Terry. What did you think about the fact that she did help get Dooley out? Because is it really going to help her?
She had no choice, and I don't think it's going to help her. He's just going to keep using Robbie to get out any other guy that he needs in prison at
I
any
think
moment.
all of us too, after she was sitting having that conversation with Robbie about his parole hearing, I think we all looked at each other and just were like, he's gonna die
gone,
at some point. He's gonna get killed off. I thought it was kind of shady. Well, obviously Terry's shady, but that wasn't cool how even after
Yeah,
she
she
has
did
been
what he
helping,
said,
that she kind of kept her brother in there longer. But I think he wants the brother in there because that's what's kind of holding on to that deal that's
exactly.
working. And if he's out, what really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
that's,
doesn't
that's
help him
Terry's
at all,
leverage.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Terry can't lose his leverage.
Yeah.
but it's messed up,
That's
man.
very messed
I
up.
feel
Not
like
cool.
When he started crying in the
I know. I feel like Liz has got to be like, look there's nothing she can do now. It doesn't matter. He's always going to keep her brother in there. She's got to do the right thing, but she might die.
She's gonna
while
die
doing
if
the
she
right
does
thing.
the right thing. It's like that moment when she runs into his office, like spills the coffee on him. I was like, that guy behind
I know,
her
I
is
thought,
gonna
boom,
shoot her.
yeah.
She's done. There, bye, Liz. Never seeing her again.
Yeah.
I liked the sly Terry. You owe me a new shirt. I'm like, oh, come on.
Oh my
come on,
gosh.
Terry.
How arrogant, right? He has
Coffee, you'll be fine.
no conscience
He's
whatsoever.
only just begun.
So how was it for you shooting those scenes with Terry and obviously playing such a corrupt character just in those scenes, in those personal scenes?
It's you get into character, and you have Terry and everybody around you that helps you get into character because we feed off each other, and it was a lot of fun actually playing the bad guy and being able to ride around and shoot all the guns and just be the villain. I'm in prison for life, and all of a sudden I'm I get out of prison.
Right.
Go right back to your criminal ways. What's the deal?
And as soon as I get out, I get stacks of money and a bunch of guns and a Harley. Awesome.
Dang.
That's crazy. Now, do you think Dooley had any second thoughts about getting back with, in cahoots with Terry after he's free? I mean, don't you think he would maybe think about changing his ways and?
No,
Or
Dooley's a
joining
hitman.
his own thing.
Dooley's a hitman right out of the gate.
Yeah.
That's all he knows is hitman, killing.
It's a way of
And,
life. Yeah.
You know, I work for Terry and I do what Terry tells me to do.
And I gotta ask, how is Demetrius as a person, as the actor? You know, because he does a really good job at being a mean.
Off of set?
Yeah, like off
behind the scenes.
Off
behind the
set,
scenes.
he's a sweetheart.
Sweetheart.
Super nice. Like we
my
hang
God.
out, talk story. He's super, super cool. Totally normal, great guy.
So what do you guys do then to get into your role, to get so evil and dark?
We
Because
just change the veil.
yeah.
You know, you get into your character, and once you're in your character, you stay in character pretty much the whole time. And then when they yell cut, and we go back and we sit down, we'll go over lines. You'll sit there, you'll go over lines and get it perfect to where you feel like it's perfect. And then once you have it perfect, there's not a lot of talking until the director tells you, okay, get back to work.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Stay
that's-
So
focused.
almost all day on set, then you're staying in character so that you can stay that way.
I was Dooley 24/7 when I was on that set.
Wow.
I was, there was no joking around and no horseplay, and I was, pretty focused.
Does that like mess you up like a little bit psychologically right away? Like when you go home? Like I would think it did. Like 'cause you have to channel all these back emotions that you've had to channel, all that anger, all that like tough guy exterior that, like, let's say you met up with friends after shooting for a day on set. Is it hard for you to get back into normal?
For me personally, no, I can be that character on set, and I can act the way that I'm supposed to be acting, and then as soon as I'm done and I go back to my trailer and I get out of wardrobe and wipe all the blood off my body, and then get back into my normal clothes and go out, have a little bit of fun with the boys, and go get a slice of pizza and just be a normal guy. And
Okay.
it's not that hard. You do have to check out of being that Dooley guns, killing everybody, and because when you're in that focus, you're really in that focus, and you have to perform. And when they say action, you have to be Dooley. You can't be Aiden,
Yeah.
because I'm way more nice than you.
Yeah.
Definitely. I love that. For
So
sure, great.
Liz decides to go ahead and confront Terry when she finds out that Robbie was denied parole because he planted the drugs in his mattress. There must be something Liz can do to help her brother, don't you think? I mean, there's got to be
think
some
with-
way she can get him transferred
Terry,
or
'cause
something.
What I'm saying is, if it was so easy for her to get Dooley out,
Exactly.
why can she not
Good point.
do anything about her brother?
Get him transferred at least,
But-
is
Because
what
then
I'm
Terry's
thinking.
gonna come after her.
Shoot,
I think that I
changed my
literally
name
think
and
that's
get out of
the
town.
thing,
So
yeah.
It was bad to go into business with Terry to begin with.
exactly.
I think she's really regretting that about now.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, I think she's definitely bummed.
yeah,
Probably not her
To
best
say the least.
hour.
not her
But
best idea.
It brings up the really good question of what good people will do to protect the ones that they love. And like I said, I keep saying every episode, I don't know what I would do in these situations, honestly.
me
So
Yeah.
it's kind
shout
of
out
that.
to the writers for that.
It's kind of the whole thing that when we talked to Nikki, that line she said, where good people can do bad things. It's just kind of, I think, a pretty big theme of that show.
Yeah.
Of this show. So
And it's true to real life.
yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely having their thumb over somebody. Game of Silence has their thumb
Yeah.
over a lot of
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is a game.
people. Oh yeah.
There she goes.
Whatever. Okay, that was lame. I'll move on.
I'm into it. I'm into the lameness.
Own the dad joke.
guys are
You
great.
gotta own it.
Okay, so we'll see what happens with Dooley, and obviously he's going to reclaim his territory. And why don't you go ahead and tell everybody about that scene, because you had some pretty interesting stories about that scene on the motorcycle when you
Oh.
shot up this
Siete.
Siete. So yeah, how was it shooting that scene on the motorcycle? It was awesome.
That was actually real difficult. They give you a motorcycle, and they give you a pump shotgun, and then they give you a Glock, and that was in my back. And they're like, hey, come flying in here fast and kill him first. The sequence is him. The girl gets up and she runs for her exit. Shoot her in the back. I didn't appreciate the music, so I shoot the stereo. Enough of that. And the difficult part was coming in on a Harley Davidson with a pump shotgun and not being able to touch the clutch or the brake, stop the bike, or do any of that, and have to look cool and do it all, and have to do it really in a quick sequence. So I had a PA, thank God. He held the clutch in for me, and then when the director yelled action, he dropped the clutch, and I gave it a lot of gas and came flying into the scene, and was lucky enough to pull it off and kill everybody.
Yeah, you made it look cool. You were successful.
Yeah.
How
I
many
haven't
takes?
seen any of this.
I think we did that one about 3 times.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Not too
Wow.
bad.
I would expect
Yeah,
more.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, I ride motorcycles a lot since I was a kid, so I'm pretty used to riding motorcycles.
Yeah, it seemed pretty second nature. I am not gonna lie, that looks really fun. I would not mind spending a work day just,
riding a
popping that motorcycle, shooting up some sietes. I mean, it looks fun. Not in real life.
In the next episode.
Not in real life. I mean, on the show. You know what I mean?
It sounds like my worst nightmare. Even though I know it's a show, anytime a gun's out, I just
Yeah.
Do you ever-
No, I love
unsettling.
Do you ever like argue with them though, and kind of be like, this isn't realistic? Maybe we should, even though it looks really cool, do it in a way that you could actually do it in real life.
It's not that I would argue with them. I would just give them suggestions like, hey, this right here is more doable for me, and maybe I can pull it off and it'll look really cool, a lot better. And sometimes they're just like, do what we want.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, sir.
won't say anything else. I'm good.
Right. Well,
But-
either way, it looks really
Yeah.
awesome.
It does.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Great
much.
final product. So
Thanks.
we see more of Dooley later on, but before we get to the meat of that, we'll talk about Sean, Gil, and Jackson's whole situation, their experience going back to Quitman to try to find, tie up loose ends with the PD case. So they're on their way to Quitman, and they pass a new Quitman. Like, oh my gosh, this place is franchising. Is it nationwide now?
It's like McDonald's.
What in the world? So they get to the old Quitman and they retrace their steps. They retrace the story that Bobby told, the story that Nurse Amy told, and Jackson comes to the conclusion that Nurse Amy may have been lying about her side of the
That
story.
was gut-wrenching. Can she not be bad? I thought she was good.
What did you guys think about that? I mean, we like Nurse Amy.
But I mean, we did say good people can do bad things.
Yeah.
Is she, maybe it's just that she's scared. That's what Sean said. I thought it was really sad to see Sean get so upset thinking that she could have lied to him. Because to me, he kind of held her as like a safe place and someone that he could really rely on. So it made me sad seeing him kind of get upset at the fact that this could be a bad person.
Maybe the warden has something over her too.
Yeah.
Probably. The warden has something I feel like on everyone.
Every single
Or maybe
person.
the story's not right. I mean, they
Yeah.
go back years later and they know exactly, where the warden was, where everything was. I felt like, how do you know for sure? I mean,
Yeah.
I know there was like certain paths that the car had to drive through, but I don't know. I was kind of wondering, like through most of it, like why are they even back there? What do they think they're gonna find all these years later? They were able to at least see the new Quitman, but I don't know what they really found.
I mean, they did find the drawings in the shelter.
Well,
I think that was the biggest.
I think the reason, in my opinion, the reason the show had them go back there was because as they went through the different places they were able to show important flashbacks. I think that was kind of more of the majority of why they went back this episode.
Yeah, that was really
It
important.
was more of
The
like
pills
an
were
opening.
important too.
Yeah, the pills.
The pills to take away the pain and what the boys are going through.
Yeah, I wrote
Showed me like
something else too about.
suppress that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So in the flashback we got, Nurse Amy was comforting Sean, and she actually gave him pills to deal with the situation. We later find out that Sean was giving Gil the pills to cope with these sick warden parties.
Yeah, which makes sense because we knew Gil was taking pills, but we didn't
'Cause that's
know
why
where
he
they were
couldn't
getting from.
remember
Yeah.
what was
Yeah.
going on.
It's probably good he can't remember, to be honest.
I mean, but slowly, little by little, he
know.
is,
Well,
which I felt bad for him.
Another important flashback too that we didn't realize till actually later was they showed Jackson noticing the train, and I didn't realize why that was important until later when he goes, that train usually never stopped there, because he had remembered and paid attention to the trains, which led them to.
Yeah, the trains were good. So we later find out that, after before that, Gil, they go back to the warden's house where the parties used to take place, and he has flashbacks. He remembers the feelings that he had, and that he was punished essentially and thrown down in this dungeon tornado shelter type thing. They go down there and they see that there are other names and initials on the wall. So I'm thinking they're gonna try to follow these leads to get more people. Or is that what you guys are thinking?
Yeah, he took a picture of it, so I'm assuming it'll come back.
I mean, even just that is like big evidence
Yeah.
against the warden. If
Yeah.
they never find pictures, never find anything else, I think that's a big evidence they could use.
Well, yeah.
Or I feel like they
hope
could
so.
be like, well,
Somehow.
how can we prove that it was
Yeah.
them who did it years ago? We can't prove anything. So that was my only concern seeing that, but I think they will try to go back
Like reach
and
out to the kids
and
whose
reach
other
out.
names are on there.
Yeah.
I hope so. And then after that, like Abby was saying, they follow the train tracks. They're trying to tie up the loose ends still. And Jackson notices that the train didn't used to stop there. They look across the way, and there's a warehouse built where the fields, where the stump work used to be done, like chemical stump work.
Yeah, whatever that even was.
Get rid of the stumps. So they built this big warehouse, and it's revealed that it's, in some kind of incorporated warehouse for Terry's nursery. So then we figure out that the drugs are being transported in and out of that place, and they have the Quitman boys working there. When is this gonna
I
end?
know. I think maybe.
It's all still the warden.
Yeah, that's how they can prove it. If things like this are still going on, obviously, at least the drugs, something like that is going on. I think that's how they're going to get them for what's going on now, not what happened years ago.
Yeah.
But I feel like if Terry gets caught, the warden has probably a plan already in action to make sure he gets none of the blame.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I would hope the guys are trying to skip Terry for a little bit and just go straight for the warden. But hopefully the warden's even connected to this warehouse somehow.
I think he is.
I feel like he's connected to anything bad.
You think so?
Yeah.
I feel like he covers
think
his
so.
tracks
Anything
very
sketchy,
well.
and what is it, South Texas? It's all warden.
Yeah.
So what's with this child labor stuff? I know. Is this legal to have? I mean, what's the deal
In
with
prison?
the kids to be working in these warehouses
Well, I guess if they're in prison or in juvie.
I don't think so.
But that's just, it's not even
I don't
on
know.
their
They're supposed
campus.
to clean garbage up, outside. They're not supposed to be doing
It's
all
like
this.
community
hardly-
service,
yeah.
not like go push drugs to this other person.
Yeah, who knows with that? I don't know, but that'll be a pretty big point when they try to tie that together with the warden and Terry.
Yeah.
I just don't know how they're going to do it.
Well, in the preview next week, it looks like it gets busted. So they must tell someone.
Yeah,
To show the cops opening up the bags of drugs. I do
And then
too.
Jackson's in the room questioning that one little kid. So
Yeah.
they did something about it.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys ever get to interact with the kids a lot on screen? I know, or behind the scenes. I know before this you were talking about how you did the riot scene and a lot of the kids were working on that. Tell us a little bit about how it is working with the kids.
The kids were great. We got to interact with them, and they had their what it was we were in a women's prison in Georgia. And it's closed down, and it's all creepy and super creepy. And the kids were in one section, and the adults, we were in another section. We know where in the opener when I killed Boots, that was a whole different side of the prison. And then the kids had their own little area where they would do all of their scenes, but we'd go and check on them and intermingle with them, and they were a bunch of really good kids.
Yeah, because you were saying they get scared sometimes. I mean, just looking at how elaborate it is, I would be freaked out for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the prison was no joke. And it's no fun being in a prison. I mean, even when it's phony.
Yeah.
Well, it's easy for you to get into your part, and probably easy for the kids then. At least you got that going.
Yeah.
You definitely could get into character.
It's very realistic, especially from a viewer standpoint. So
Definitely.
great job by production
Yeah.
and all of you. It's great.
Thank you.
So the last big chunk of this episode was Jesse's involvement in Carol's campaign, and she is just smoozing her way,
And she's
in
good,
there.
too.
She's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
You know what's funny is Cece, when she I noticed right when Jessie walked in, I go, that little dress, showing off some of her legs, and then 2 seconds later, Cece brought up her legs.
Yeah. So
everyone
Jesse,
noticed.
yeah.
Looks, but
Jesse befriends Mrs. Carroll, who's Carol, so they call her Cece. That's hilarious.
Oh, I did not even
you're
notice
right,
that
Carol.
till now.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
That one went right over my head.
That's cute. So she befriends her. She gets invited to the fundraiser at their house where she gets a chance to snoop around. But the Carol's goon, the warden's goon, sees her, snooping around. What do you guys think is going to happen from that point on? Because
gonna
obviously
say something.
he noted that in his brain. Okay, gotta watch that one.
I didn't like the look in his eyes. I'll tell you that much. Something bad.
There's gonna be a weird interaction between
yeah.
him and Jesse,
Oh
definitely.
yeah, and I think we saw something in previews too. He's like, come here, Jesse. We need to like talk more. I want you to. I was like, oh no, do not go with him. I'm so afraid.
I think the warden remembers exactly who she is and knows that
Definitely.
she's with those guys.
Because
So.
even in the flashback, he looks like deep into her eyes
Yeah.
and like keeps staring as he walks out the door.
Yeah, and I think he
You
covers
don't forget people
all
like
the
that.
tracks. So I don't think he'd let something like that go under him.
And did you notice too when they said hi today? She was trying to talk to him longer, ask him a question. He moved right on to the next person.
Maybe that was by
And if he's
design.
trying to build up a reputation, he wouldn't have done that. So he definitely
Plus,
knows.
a pretty girl. He would have wanted to talk to her. So yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely something to note moving forward.
Yeah.
So
Who
probably
knows?
the biggest part with Dooley over here, before Jesse leaves the fundraiser event, she sees that Dooley pulls up in the motorcycle, makes a delivery to the warden, and she quickly recognizes his face from a few episodes ago when the detective was there showing the
Mugshots.
inmates, the mugshots to Annie. And so Jesse puts two and two together and realizes that they're working together. That was such a good point.
She remembers his stupid face.
And you're friends with her too in real life. So.
Yeah, Bree's real cool.
That line, I really
So I'm
liked
gonna
that
definitely
line.
call her and say, "Stupid, huh?"
Yeah, that was good. So we know she's very, very aware, and she's good. She's
a smart one out of all.
she
We
needs to
knew
get hired by
we
the
knew she was going to be
precinct.
good.
She's good, yeah. So my question is, do you guys think she's gonna end up telling Annie any of this since they're close?
I don't think so. It's going to cause a lot of distress for her.
You think so?
She got the
just
new
had a
baby.
kid, yeah.
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 Maybe like later on,
She
once they like
might.
uncover more stuff, they'll tell her. But I don't think right away.
Maybe to give Annie some closure, she will. But I think as of now, Annie thinks that the guy they pretended killed her
Just did
husband.
it.
Yeah. So.
Until this episode, since Annie wasn't in it at all, I thought that maybe they were gonna include her in it, but now I'm not thinking that she's gonna really know about anything.
Okay.
Definitely with the new baby, and
They're just gonna keep her safe.
she thinks she has her closure, and so they're gonna let that be until they know for sure what's going on.
Yeah, that would make sense. Just to keep them safe and out of it until
Yeah.
they figure it out, and hopefully a happy ending. But we'll see. It's not looking like it right now.
But I think we're gonna be seeing more Sean and Annie.
We'll see scenes with that.
we have our weird theories over here. Just don't mind us.
You guys have good theories.
Yeah. So
That's a yes, it's happening.
Jesse decides to tell the guys about what she saw with Dooley and how everything's going. Gil is not happy about her involvement. He's very concerned for her safety, as he should be.
Yeah, exactly.
Because she shouldn't really be following people in the middle of the
sketchy
night by
situation,
herself.
and she's a really bad stalker.
Exactly.
Like
snapping
she was
the
literally
pictures.
Like, here is the car. Here's the motorcycle, and here's the car. And she's like,
She's only like 40 feet away.
Yeah.
like you could have easily turned around.
Yeah,
and
this
shot
man's
her.
dangerous, Jesse. Come on.
Yeah, who was it who said her flash was gonna go off?
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
I was like,
Leslie.
it's gonna go off. Something's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
good thing it didn't. But let's talk about that tension really quick, because finally we see Jackson and Gil really disagree and go at it for a minute. I think that's going to resurface later on. But what did you guys think about Jackson's reaction being so different and wanting Jesse to stay involved?
Yeah, I thought that was weird because we said that every other time that Jesse was trying to get involved, Jackson was all about protecting her, and now he's really kind of thinking that's the only way that they're going to get close to the warden. But what's interesting is those boys don't know that Jesse ever visited the prison, and I think that would change everything.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if she's ever going to mention that to them.
Probably not until something goes down with the warden.
I think
Yeah.
she
She's
should. I
forced
think
to.
they all need to know everything.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're
They
keeping
do.
secrets
Yeah.
from each other. They're
This
on
is
such
the
drama.
time.
It's a
It's
drama.
the
They
game of
have to.
silence.
Exactly. They must
true.
be silent about some things, right?
Everyone's
Otherwise
got their
they're-
secrets. Everyone on this show, I swear, has a secret.
And we probably don't even know the half of them, you
know,
know, which is
for
the
real.
craziest part. So I don't know what's going to happen of that. Let's get into predictions and talk about what we think is happening next week. Prediction.
Now,
I don't know if I have any.
I know. This is,
We kind of accidentally said them all already.
Anybody? Anything juicy? Anything crazy? Left field?
well, the lesbian thing isn't happening. I think from
Don't give up. It might happen. It might happen.
Because we definitely have to see
It's
her.
way out of left field,
Yeah.
but I think it might happen.
Yeah, they didn't tie up that story yet, so we'll definitely see more of that.
Because there's just like there was too
I would
much of an. It was like an intro episode 2, whatever's going to go on with Diana.
I felt like it was a slower episode. This was kind of the slowest episode we've had so far. Usually it's faster. There's more killings. Although, well, you took care of enough people in like a few seconds.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's what I think I liked about this episode. It was nice to have just a calm one where we found out a lot of important information and background that we needed to know, but there was no blood scariness that I hate.
Good dialogue.
But my prediction is not for next episode, but I just know that Liz's brother is gonna die.
Oh yeah.
I think he's gone because the way that they show that he's really seems like he's come a long way and tried to fix himself, and he has this son, and I think we all kind of read into that, and something bad's gonna happen to him. So,
But
and Liz feels
if he dies, then where's the leverage?
Exactly.
That's
the
true.
only thing.
They could find
But
more.
I
though.
feel like Liz,
Maybe her wife, or is that her
Like
wife?
threatening,
Girlfriend?
yeah.
and
using
Liz
her
is just
family.
feeling guilt. It was awful. Her just sitting there.
That was rough,
because
yeah.
it is her fault that he's pretty much still in there. So.
Exactly.
But I don't really have any good
She
predictions.
made a
involved
deal
with
with the devil.
She did.
Not
She
a
made
good
a
idea.
bad deal.
Don't ever sell your soul.
Don't talk to a guy named Terry.
Not with Terry. Don't mess with Terry.
He's just too much. I mean, the only thing I can push for is like the Sean and Annie thing. I
Yeah,
definitely
I
want to
think
see
that's
more
gonna
of that
happen.
in the next
Yeah.
episodes. I want to see more of Jackson and Jesse. And I also think kind of going back when we were saying, I don't know what drew Jackson to all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like say, yeah, Jesse, go for it. I think also the visit to Quitman and reliving all of that is bringing out more of his rogue side.
Yeah, and then I know that we're going to see more of the Ordens parties, I think.
Yeah.
As much as we don't want to.
Probably other kids.
You might actually go into the door.
That's what I think.
So far, it's been up the stairs and just on the
That
deck.
was enough with the makeup.
Yeah.
I was like, that's enough of a
What was with the
foreshadow.
clown makeup?
Yeah, I was trying to figure.
I think we're going to learn more about that.
Oh, you bet.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Gil knows that Jackson saw that because he was still out of
No,
it
he
from the
was- yeah.
party.
Well, he probably doesn't
No,
remember
what
a lot
happened.
of
Yeah.
the aftermath, and I'm sure they didn't bring it up.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll
but
see.
great show. Great show.
Now do we get to
Well,
dive
stay
in deep?
tuned. Yeah, now we get to talk to our special guest over here and get the inside scoop about the show and your character.
Yeah.
So let's just get into it and see what Mr. Aiden Stay has to say.
Okay.
Oh, you're right.
So you do a lot of stunt work, I saw. When you auditioned for this part, were they looking for someone who was experienced in stunt work and that's how you got the audition for it? Or how did that work out? How was the audition process?
Well, I was in Hawaii when I got the call, and they told me they were looking for a big redheaded, bearded person who can ride motorcycles and good with
Wow.
weapons and can take a beating.
Nice. Check.
So I fit the criteria. I fit the criteria on everything. So I did my auditions in Hawaii, just with actually down at Hawaii 5-0 when I was working with Hawaii 5-0. So I went down and did a couple readings and auditions down there, and got the call back and said, "Hey, you're Dooley."
Nice.
Oh, so you were in Hawaii when you found out. So were you auditioning in person or were they taped auditions?
Taped auditions.
Okay.
So there's some taped auditions and just me doing simple reading with nobody there, acting like there was somebody there, just acting. And I got the role, and it was good because I've worked with the production before one time on a show called Lost a long time ago.
Just a little show.
Yeah.
Little show called Lost. We have heard of it.
It's a little show, it's 7 or 8 seasons, But,
Did you prefer the taped auditions or would you prefer to be in front of casting directors and other people?
for me, it's no problem either way.
Okay.
I'm comfortable, talking to myself in front of a mirror or with people there.
You're just skilled at your craft.
Yeah, you just got to try to hone your craft and do the best you can do. And if you get them, you get them. If you don't, some other people will.
That's so exciting. Well, we're glad you got the part. You're doing a great job.
Yeah.
Thank
doing
you.
a great job.
Thank you very much.
And what came first? Was it acting or stunt work that came
Stunt
first?
work came
Okay.
first. Stunt work, hitting the ground and, you know, falling out of stuff and getting blown up, caught on fire, and hanging out of helicopters and shooting guns.
Just all the extreme. Were you kind of just like, okay, I kind of want to break from all this, but I still want to work, so I'm gonna audition for speaking roles? And
Well, it's a lot of stuntmen don't really like acting or like to act. Me personally, I enjoy it, and I can do it. So I just figured I'd be a little more diverse and be able to do both. And I enjoy both. You know, I mean, I love driving cars and crashing cars and doing all the fun things you could do as a stuntman, but then I also like having the drama and being able to have dialogue and interact with other people and really actually become a different person and act as that person.
No, that's awesome. And I know that Nikki also does stunt work and acting. Are there other people on set that are multi-talented in that, or?
Yeah,
like,
there's a couple that will there's a couple. See, there's actors that will do their own stunts to a certain extent because production doesn't want them to get hurt, obviously, because then that'll stop the whole entire show from going on. So it just depends on the person and their abilities.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Can't have someone out for weeks and shut down production.
Jackson, like
that would cost a
almost
little
dead,
bit of
A
money.
little problem, yeah.
Sorry, guys, can't shoot anymore.
Now, we actually have a clip. You are actually on fire in here, so let's take a look at this. Maybe you can explain what's going on.
Oh boy. Okay, yeah, we're just doing the test burn right now.
Test burn. Ooh.
Yeah, you just light yourself on fire.
And that
Don't try this at home, people.
Don't try this at home.
Oh my god.
And it's just to see how long you can stay on fire before you start actually feeling the burn come
my
through your
gosh.
clothes.
Jeez.
And of course, I like to break dance.
Just a
Whoop.
little,
That is awesome.
So you're
not expecting that.
Yeah.
not feeling too much right there if you're able to do
No,
the
yeah,
arm and everything.
I'm feeling it right now.
Stop, drop, and
Right now
roll.
I'm burning.
All right, well, you got it out just in time.
I mean, you have a little Band-Aid on your nose. Like, what made you want to get involved in this? You're not afraid at all of?
Oh no, I love this kind of stuff. I want to hang out of a helicopter. I want to jump off a building.
Wow, you
I
had to
want
be.
to.
You
An
remind
adrenaline.
Adrenaline junkie.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's adrenaline like junkie, like I want to be. I think it's just having big balls and doing it.
Adventure, fun. I wish I was more like that. I'm a chicken.
I totally would be a stunt woman.
You totally could be.
Like, I would do it tomorrow.
Awesome.
Yeah, you do get
I need
excited every
information
time we
from
talk
you.
about it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know how to put
I'd be
myself
afraid.
out of fire. I wouldn't know how to stop, so I'd end up just.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Or do the worm.
I know.
I get too stressed and forget what I'm supposed to do, and then I'd end up
You'll
just.
you'll want to put yourself out real quick because it gets hot real fast.
So clearly, I
just frozen. Like, no.
I probably shouldn't be a stunt woman anytime soon.
I just was lit on fire and then I had to fall downstairs too. So
Oh
that
my
was fun.
gosh. What was the most fun or the best stunt that you've ever done?
Oh gosh, there's too many to go through. I've gotten to do all kinds of great stunts, like working on Terminator 5. We're driving these huge old military trucks and they're like 50 tons and we're flipping them with huge cannons and there's gigantic explosions going off and helicopters flying over shooting 50 cal guns and we're almost running over extras. I mean it was there's just so much action going on and it's just so fun, and then when they yell cut, you're like, let's do it again.
Oh my god.
So in real life, you're probably like almost like you feel unstoppable or like invincible or something. You can like
In real life,
Superhuman.
in real life,
exactly.
I have a 4-year-old and a 5-year-old now, so they're
They probably think their dad's the coolest person ever.
If I
yeah,
was a kid, I would.
they definitely introduced me as my dad's a stuntman. My daddy's an actor.
That's so cute.
Yes.
So yeah, they're really cute.
That's cool.
Madison and Logan.
Can I backtrack one question to cast in the set? What is the camaraderie like on set? Because we have talked about how on social media everyone's very post pictures together all the time and very interactive. Is everyone kind of like a big
Super close.
family?
Yeah.
Okay.
Super close. We're all in different places now, but a couple people are in Atlanta right now, and we still meet up. And you know, my buddy's working on a film right now with Nick Cage, and we still hang out and go grab some food, and it's just a good family. This whole family from Game of Silence is definitely a tight-knit group.
That's awesome.
That's good. I always love hearing that, and I feel like you can totally tell
Oh, definitely.
from what I've seen. So I like to hear that.
Yeah, you definitely don't always see that. There's definitely a lot of sets where the actors do not get along, and I'm surprised when they have to do, make-out scenes or whatever, and they're not getting along.
Like, we hate each other.
I know.
Well, the best part probably is that you guys are so behind the show. Not a lot of stars can, promote the show and really truly believe in it, but it's so evident that all of you believe in it and you want people to believe in it, and you really, you're grateful for the fans and you push the show, so that's awesome. And thank you guys so much also for supporting our after show.
Yeah, definitely.
We put a lot into the show. Like, everybody definitely brought their A game, and
It shows.
Thank you.
The acting is amazing.
Yeah, we're all
The show.
obsessed. Just a little.
Yeah, we are. And a lot of other fans are too. They tweet us and
all the
they're
time.
into it.
They're throwing their own theories in the comment sections on YouTube, talking back and forth.
But it just
to each
gets
other.
better. I mean, this is just like the icing. It just gets better.
So excited. I don't know if my heart rate can handle it.
I don't think so.
Bring the cover so you can cover your
know.
eyes.
That's me. Every week,
Every
except
time.
I had one little jumpy moment, so I was pretty good this week.
Yeah, you're good this week. I feel like we're gonna pick it up again next week. So enjoy it now.
I might hit someone.
I was like this a little bit today. I was a little bit afraid. But
Yeah, I seen you hiding a little bit.
Now, do you anticipate any other dramatic roles in your future, or do you think you still want to stick with a mix of stunts and acting roles?
Yeah, I'm right now. I'm like up for some, like, a Viking character, and then I'm gonna be working on the next Transformers.
Nice.
There's another one?
I totally
they
see
keep
you as a
coming.
wildling in Game of Thrones.
And
Do you get that a lot? There's the redhead wildling.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, aren't you on Game of Thrones? Can we just sign this on? I'm like, I'm not that guy.
That's so funny.
It's like, that's the one thing I don't work on.
That's what
Everything
came to
else.
mind for me. It's like Game of Thrones guy.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
get
his
that a
name,
lot.
but that's
That's
funny.
cool. Do either of your kids want to follow in your footsteps?
They both do.
Nice.
My older one, Logan, I'll throw punches and she'll do fake falls.
That's cute.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and
Do you-
they're really good girls.
do you want them to though? Are you like, oh, you shouldn't be doing what Daddy does?
Well, my wife is a stunt woman also.
Oh wow.
Perfect.
And
Got the Incredibles over here.
Talk about the cool parents.
Yeah.
Seriously.
yeah, she is just getting into the business, and she just did Baywatch, and she got to do Mike and Dave Need a Wedding Date.
Did you do that too?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's fun.
And then, we got to work together.
That's
and
cool.
then we just both did a day together. It was fun on Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Awesome.
So it was fun. She got to, I didn't have to hit the ground. She had to hit the ground real hard in front of me, and I had to pick her up, and we were running from this thing. And
That's so fun to get to work together like that. That's awesome.
That is
What a power
cool.
couple.
Yeah,
For
man.
reals.
Yeah, like, oh, honey, how was your day? Oh, jumped out of the helicopter. How was yours? Oh, just shot up some
got
guys on a
shot.
motorcycle. That's cool. That's relationship goals.
There you go.
Well, thank you so much for coming in to
Yes.
join us
Thank
today.
you.
Are there any
Yeah.
other, I know you said you're up for a Viking project. Is there anything else you're working on right now, or just waiting to hear back about season 2 for Game of Silence?
just I got my feelers out there, and just on the hustle.
Yeah.
Hustle as a stuntman, hustle as an actor.
That's awesome.
Sounds good.
Everyone's about that hustle.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, hopefully
grind.
we'll have season 2 and we'll have you back. We'll see where Dooley's character is headed.
Yeah,
I'm
not-
sure he'll get into some more trouble.
Down a bad road, I think.
More nightmare-inducing
Dooley's a bad
behavior.
guy.
Dooley is a bad guy.
All right.
Thanks
well,
for having me,
Thank you
guys.
so much for coming anytime. And until next week, we will figure out, if we can sleep with the lights off and forget about this treacherous, action. But thank you guys so much for tuning in and joining us every week. If you're listening on iTunes and SoundCloud, thanks so much. Give us a 5-star rating if you like what you're hearing. And please give us a thumbs up on YouTube if you like it, and share in your comments what your predictions are, your reactions to the show, everything. And you can tweet us all the time, every day. We love to hear your theories. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Miaira Jennings, and my panel.
Hey, you can find me, Leslie Ambriz, at In Less Than No Time on Twitter and Instagram.
You can find me, Abby Vega, at, oh my gosh, I can't talk. _ Abby Vega on Twitter and Instagram.
You guys all did a twist. I feel like I
Did
need to
we really?
I can't
I was just flipping my hair.
I'm Nikki Preston, and you can find me at Nikki Preston TV on Facebook and Twitter.
And our special guest, Aiden.
This is Aiden Stay, and you can find me at Aiden Stay Kauai on Instagram.
All right. Thanks, guys. See you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.